In 60 AD, the Apostle Paul, a prisoner, sets sail for Rome. His trial awaits, but the sea has other plans. Confined below deck, Paul's spirit remained free. His focus was not on his chains, but on his mission. The journey began with a deceptive calm. Paul warned of danger, but the ship's captain chose to sail on. Suddenly, the calm shattered. A violent northeasterly wind, a Euroclydon, seized the ship without warning.
The ship was now at the mercy of the storm. All control was lost in a battle against nature's fury.
For days, terror reigned below deck. Amidst the growing panic, one man remained a pillar of calm. The sea showed no mercy. Monstrous waves battered the vessel, threatening to swallow them whole. In a desperate bid for survival, the crew threw cargo overboard. Soon, even the ship's tackle followed. For 14 days, they saw neither sun nor stars. All hope was gone. But Paul's hope was in his God.
Take courage. Not one of you will be lost.
He urged them all to eat to build their strength. This simple act of breaking bread restored their spirits.
Then, on the 14th night, the sailors sensed land was near. A glimmer of hope pierced the darkness.
They aimed for a beach, but struck a reef. The ship began to break apart in the violent surf. The order was given: swim if you can. The rest were to grab onto planks and debris from the ship. Just as Paul had promised, all 276 people made it safely to shore. They were exhausted, cold, but alive.
They had landed on an island called Malta. Its inhabitants watched, unsure of who had arrived. But the islanders showed them unusual kindness, offering the warmth of a fire to the shivering survivors.
Around the roaring fire, the chill of the sea was replaced by the warmth of human compassion. Ever practical, Paul did not wait to be served. He gathered wood to help feed the life-saving fire. As he did, a viper, driven by the heat, latched onto his hand. The islanders watched in horror. They expected him to die, calling it justice. But Paul simply shook the snake into the flames, unharmed. After waiting a long time and seeing no harm come to him, their fear turned to awe. They said he was a god.
The island's chief official, Publius, heard of this man and welcomed Paul and his friends into his home.
For 3 days, Publius showed them great hospitality, honoring the man who survived both sea and serpent.
But there was sickness in the house. The father of Publius lay gravely ill with a fever.
Paul went to the man's bedside. He did not offer medicine, but the healing power of prayer. And the man was completely healed. A miracle born not of spectacle, but of quiet, compassionate faith. Word of the healing spread like wildfire. Soon, all the sick on the island came to Paul. One by one, they too were cured. A shipwreck had brought a vessel of hope to their shores. For 3 months, Paul sowed the first seeds of a faith that would define the island for millennia. When it was time to leave, the grateful islanders honored them and supplied their new ship for the voyage. The farewell was not between a prophet and his followers, but between friends, bound by shared experience. As the shores of Malta faded, a profound legacy was left behind, a story of survival, kindness, and faith. Paul's journey was not over. Rome, and his final testimony, still lay ahead on the horizon. The journey began with a deceptive calm. Paul warned of danger, but the ship's captain chose to sail on.